Toneforge Misha Mansoor is a versatile and comprehensive guitar tone solution designed by Joey Sturgis in collaboration with Misha Mansoor, guitarist of Periphery and Bulb, to deliver tones ranging from sparkling ethereal cleans to precise, crushing rhythm and lead tones. This plugin was designed not only to allow you to emulate the distinct characteristics of Misha Mansoor's wide range of signature guitar tones, but allow you the versatility to be able to forge completely new tones for yourself. This Toneforge model offers 3 distinct channels in combination with an infinite gain knob. This knob gives you access to a range of different tone stacks organized into 3 zones per revolution and 4 revolutions per channel. With this configuration, this Toneforge model essentially gives you access to a total of 36 different tone stack variations. Toneforge Misha Mansoor features 6 custom cabinets, including one specifically made by ML Sound Lab, who contributed to the sound of the Grammy-nominated album P3 Select Difficulty. Delay, chorus, and reverb pedals built to match Misha's exact taste in modern effects pedals. Dynamic parametric EQ and compression, and a digitally modeled version of Horizon Device's Precision Drive pedal. Toneforge models are designed to show signal flow from left to right, from input knob to output knob. Navigation within Toneforge is achieved by clicking the icons in the bottom to reach various modules that affect or change the tone within the Toneforge model. These icons simultaneously act as control switches for the various modules as well, allowing you to disable or enable each individual model. The signal first hits the gate, which cuts unwanted noise leakage, hiss, or hum by setting a threshold at which the input signal needs to be above for processing. The input knob is your first step in gain staging. This knob controls the amount of gain coming into the plugin. This plugin performs best when the value doesn't reach red on the input meter. The output knob is the last part of the signal chain within the plugin and controls the overall output volume. Clicking the tuning fork icon accesses the tuner, and clicking the question mark icon accesses the plugin's user manual. The signal path buttons at the bottom of the interface select which module of the plugin is visible for editing. You can control or command click to disable or enable any of the modules you don't wish to use. All blocks can be disabled, even the amp, so you may use other modules as you wish in front of or post another amp sim or physical amplifier and cab. You can also click signal path to access the various modules and enable or disable each block, including Joey's magic processing. Let's go through each of the modules, starting with the pedal module. Processing starts here with the Precision Drive pedal, modeled after the popular Horizon Devices pedal. The attack knob accents more of the lower mids punch to the left, and the pick attack and highs to the right. This gives you an old school and thick tone when turned to the left, and a modern clear tone when turned to the right. The volume knob controls the output volume from the drive pedal into the amplifier. The bright knob can be used to counteract dark, muddy amp sounds by boosting the highs of the input signal. The drive knob adjusts the amount of saturation added to the signal. This can be used to add thickness for mid-gain tones or sustain to your solos. The gate knob tightens up the signal by cutting off the output when the signal goes beneath a predetermined volume, and the bypass switch turns the pedal on and off. Now moving on to the amp module. The channel selector switches between clean, crunch, and lead channels. The gain knob allows you to morph your entire tone stack within the current selected channel while adjusting the gain within each zone with a total of 4 revolutions, 3 zones per revolution. Each zone combination offers a different configuration of preamps, which simultaneously changes the tone stack, gain staging, and preamp architecture, all allowing you to choose between an extensive array of tones to play with. The EQ section controls the low, mid, and high frequencies of your signal. The tight knob is a custom one-knob multi-band compressor designed to tighten your tone. The saturation knob adds saturation to the signal before it hits the amp. The purr knob controls the dynamic range of the low end and automatically sets the makeup gain. The presence knob boosts or cuts the upper frequencies in the power amp, and the range knob adjusts the frequency range the presence knob affects. The channel volume controls the volume of the channel and the input level of the power amp. The harmonics wheel adds harmonics to the signal after the amp, and the compressor wheel controls the amount of compression applied to the signal before the amp. Next is the cabinet module. The default cabinet is the JST matched cab. This cab was hand-selected by Joey and Misha to perfectly pair with this amp. Clicking on the cab menu allows you to switch to any of the other 5 cabinet models, including ML Sound Lab's Impulse Response, chosen specifically for this Toneforge model. On any of the standard cabinets, click on any of the 4 squares to determine the virtual microphone used to capture the cabinet. The Impulse Response Loader allows you to use your own external impulse responses in this plugin, giving you virtually endless options for tones. Using the slider, adjust the volume of the impulse response, and the arrows switch between impulse responses within the selected folder. Access the effects page by clicking on the effects icon and then click on the individual pedal you wish to edit. These are routed in the signal post-amp and after the cab. Pedals will be highlighted when in use. Let's go over each of the various pedals here, starting with the delay pedal. On the delay pedal, time sets the delay time note unit, and this value is synced to the DAW tempo. Modulation depth sets the amount of delay modulation applied. Mod rate sets the modulation LFO cycle rate. Delay position switch allows you to choose when the delay affects the signal chain. Pre applies the delay to the signal before the amp module, and post applies it after the cabinet module. Repeats controls the amount of feedback and repeats of the delay. The channel switch allows you to choose between mono or stereo delay. Mix sets the wet-dry balance of the delay. Delay type switches between digital and tape delay. Tone sets the frequency cutoff of the low-pass filter. The bypass switch turns the pedal on or off. And click back to FX Overview to go back to the main effects module. Now onto the chorus pedal. Rate sets the speed of the oscillation. Depth sets the intensity of the chorus effect, from light chorus sound to a thick chorus sound. Tone sets the cutoff frequency of the low-pass filter. Blend controls the amount of chorus effect signal blended with the input signal. Bypass turns the pedal on or off. And finally, the reverb pedal. The helpful mono warning LED turns on when the output configuration is mono. Tone controls the frequency range of the low-pass filter. Time sets the time of the reverb. Size sets the size of the reverb. Spread sets the stereo spread. Pre-delay controls the delay time before the reverberated signal appears. The X2 switch extends the range of the size knob functionality and changes the implementation of the algorithm to give you a bigger reverb effect. Mix controls the balance of dry signal and wet signal, and the bypass switch turns the pedal on or off. The equalizer is custom designed by JST with hand-picked frequency steps and cue shapes that are optimal for working with guitars. The EQ section controls a range of frequencies in the tone output in 4 ranges: bass, low, mid, and treble. The top row of knobs controls the frequency range, while the bottom row of knobs controls the gain of the frequency range. The compressor affects the dynamics of the output signal. This compressor has auto makeup gain. The bypass switch turns the compressor on and off. The threshold determines the volume level in which the compressor starts to affect the signal. The meter mode switch allows you to monitor either the input signal amount of gain reduction or the output signal. The output knob adjusts the output volume level of the compressor. The controls have some additional functionality and alternate ways of interacting via the following key commands. Double-clicking allows you to manually type in a number value for the control point. Control or command click allows you to reset the control point value back to default. This also allows you to disable the modules from the main screen. Shift click and drag allows you to have a finer mode of control over the control point. Right-clicking allows you to access the automation menu supported by the VST3 format. Clicking the Toneforge logo will display the About screen, which contains useful information for troubleshooting or technical support issues and for accessing help to open the manual from inside the plugin. We hope this video helps you to better use the plugin and forge your own tone with ease. Remember to check out these other great audio tools by Joey Sturgis Tones.